Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll start on our next tournament here. I'm going to be playing as the Forces of Chaos and the Tyranids, because I did say that I was going to try to redo a tournament since so many people quit from our last matches, so hopefully this will not be what happens today. We're going to be playing Chaos, going against the Blood Angels, playing on the Ghostlands. We are doing a 60-point target with an 8-turn limit, so this will be a very aggressive playthrough. I do think I learned from our last tournament because I had never played a 60-point matchup before, so I have 2 Bloodthirsters here, which are going to help me capture a lot of area. 3 Bloodmasters, a couple of Bloodletters, and the rest are all Flesh Hounds to cover the distance here. And I think the secret to these 60-point battles, you really just have to run in here and capture as many points as you can, as fast as you can. I actually don't really like the 60-point targets as much. I much prefer an 80-point target because I find that at 60 points it just tends to be a little bit too quick of a match, and you literally just run and capture the points, and by the time you get to 60, it's when most of the good engagements are happening. So you literally, whoever has the points being allocated on their turn, they just go and take the points, and you usually will have enough of an army to be able to outlast the kills that are going on there. So I am definitely a much bigger fan of the 80-point target. I don't know if this is going to be a continual thing on tournaments going forward, this 60-point target, or if they're just trying something new, what the deal is with this. Like I said, I have quite mixed feelings about it myself here. So we got the Tornado, he's got the Assault Cannon. I think you guys know my thoughts on the Assault Cannon there. I find that it rarely is worth it. Now, it can do decent damage against the Bloodthirster, so I guess in that aspect it's not too bad, but I think I'd much rather have a Heavy Flamer and guarantee some kills. Now, this guy's doing kind of a non-standard build here. It looks like he's got a Librarian Dreadnought, bringing the Bloodletters forward to try to soak up some of this Overwatch. So we can try to get up as much as we can here. Now the big thing is we just got to keep our Bloodmaster safe. I could jump over here, but again, it's only a 60% chance to hit. Surprisingly, I got a 70% against the Dreadnought there. I think we just kind of maybe move our guys forward here. Alright. You can charge over here, I guess. Maybe we just move you up to see if there's more Overwatch. Sure is. See, I didn't want to get them suppressed if I do the charge. Now, I personally have always found it stupid that they have this debris blocking one of the entrances here. I'm a big believer in you want to have as much mobility and multiple interactions as a player as you can. Now, I could jump you over here to start attacking these guys, but then I think he's probably going to counter jump me, because I imagine if he's a Space Marine player, he must have a bunch of Assault Marines, because that is how you would do this. Let's move you up here to soak up the Overwatch. He's definitely very Hellblaster heavy. Where the hell are all of his forces? Well, let's just move. Yeah, here we go. As this is what I was expecting to see. Well, I think I'm just gonna walk down here, and then the following turn I can charge in and start attacking them. So let's just move you up here, and then hopefully the zone of control between the Flesh Hounds and then the Bloodthirster should be enough to be able to kill this guy here. We'll turn you. We'll just keep you body blocking here. And maybe we just charge forward. I guess we'll just move you forward so you can start summoning guys on top of our square here. And probably charge up here too, right? Try to lock down as many of those Hellblasters as we can.
Violence and death.
And we'll just kind of keep you back here to do some summoning. Now, I could move you up here, because if I can take out that land speeder, this should be a pretty big blockage of his forces here, and he might just run everybody over here to try to take it. And at 60 points, that would be... Oh, shit! I forgot I had him flying yet. Well, crap, I hope I don't miss my attacks. Alright, good. Give me another one. Don't crap your pants, you bastard. Alright, well, that was unfortunate. I forgot that I had that activated. So the nice thing is I should now have those guys blocked down. Locked down, I should say. I think I said blocked down. I don't even know what that means. But the big thing is we got to keep these Bloodmasters alive here so I can summon more guys. I should hopefully be out of jump range here. Alright, so it's 25 to 10. See, this is the thing with these quick 60-point matches. It really is just run in there as quick as possible and capture as many points as you can. I don't know, maybe I should have body blocked more. If he's going to waste his attacks like this, then it was worthwhile. Alright, so the lieutenant's just going to run down and manually smack him. And unfortunately, because of the angle I'm at, that will stop him from getting attacked, but I couldn't risk rear attacks with him. Yeah, see the Librarian Dreadnought's attacking you. He does his little lame kick. Alright, so he's definitely going to die. I don't think there's any way the Bloodthirster's not going to survive. Yeah, see, here's the assault cannon. So it does okay damage. He'll probably finish it off with the heavy bolter, I imagine. Yep. Pulling back with the lieutenant, that's smart. He's pulling back with the Librarian Dreadnought, that surprises me. Now, I had angled these guys so he wasn't going to get true rear attacks on them. So that's why they're at that weird angle here, because you get bonus melee damage dealt to you if you get true rear attacks. Unfortunately, because he's doing those attacks, though, he's able to break the engagement, so that's why he was able to move around without getting attacked. Yeah, he's spending a lot of points here getting these kills. So pretty much I just need to capture as many points as I can now. And I should just be able to out-attrition him. Alright, well, let's come around here and do some rear attacks. And see how I did all that bonus damage. That's because he was a rear attack. And we'll start probably running you over this way. And I think I need to jump to get into the main engagements here. So we'll come over here. And then because it's a rear attack, my accuracy will be higher too. So now I have a 100% chance to hit. So I just about totally killed those guys. Alright, so that assault squad's down. Now we want to kill these guys. I kind of hate not summoning, but Again, at 60 points, I think it's more important that I capture points. So we'll come here, do the rear. There you go. He's down. Let's move you up to here, and you can summon. And that'll get you to here. We'll capture that point. Let's turn you there. That's not great. Alright, we got you guys here to take that point. If I charge you, what are the chances of you getting suppressed, I wonder? Fuck! Pretty good, apparently. That sucks. Well, hopefully you can get the zone of control lock here. And I guess we'll just move you here to try to zone and control those. I guess we'll just flame through here since you only have one left. Move you over here, although I think I could have made a better argument of being over one to be behind the bloodletters, but I was worried about getting shot across, so I thought that pillar would give me some protection. And if I run the bloodletter up here, this should hopefully lock that down. So we got this here. Now, unfortunately, our opponent ended up showing up right at the end here, right before the match ended, and by doing that, he was able to submit a turn right before the countdown clock had ended. And what happens for how they calculate out your points is it's literally whoever player's turn it is will be, when the game ends, will suffer the penalties. So even though I was winning my match here, as you can see, or as you saw on the prior points, it penalized me like I'm the one that's not playing, despite the fact that he waited 4 days into the tournament before he started playing, and it took away all my points as a penalty. So I've got 3 points, and it gave him all the points, so it rewarded him for running in a couple minutes before the match ended and submitting his turn. So I got penalized and ended up losing the match because he did that on both the matches here. So definitely a big bummer. I was trying to decide whether I'd even show how this works because I don't want to encourage really bad behavior. But let's say, hypothetically, if you wanted to be a troll and you're getting your ass handed to you, then you could just wait your last turn, or 2 turns to the end, and then just before the match gets submitted or closes, you completely do your 2 turns, or even you just go in there, submit your turn before it happens, and then it usually takes Slytherin like 30-40 minutes to send out a notification that your tournament, it's your turn on the tournament, and somebody else has played their turn, then you'll get the win. Now, I think that's a really bad way, and it's a really sinister way of endorsing really bad behavior, but ended up costing me both these matches here. So pretty much because I'm just going to get that 3 and 7 points here for the matches that I had against this guy, it's going to knock me off the bracket for this tournament, but I will still get to do the other matches here because it's not an elimination, but I definitely won't be on the scoreboard now that I got penalized here. But you know, things happen, I guess. No issues. But I do think that this showed that this build is actually a pretty effective 60-point target build if you wanted to use the Forces of Chaos. The Fleshhounds have enough movement that you're able to capture a lot of points. The Bloodthirsters can be used to just tank things or body block points. And I would have, and on the following turn, I would have been able to get enough points to get to the 60-point target here. So I do think this is a good way to go. And then the Blood Masters, not only do they buff your armor piercing and armor, but they also allow you to summon additional units. You're probably gonna use your Bloodthirsters to just do damage. So I like this build, and if I was going to be playing a tournament as Corn and doing 60-point targets, I would definitely use this build again. So I would recommend it. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are for that. You just got to be a little bit careful. I had some bad positioning, with those bloodletters, not realizing that there was just debris blocking that one pathway. I had a couple of positionings that were a little bit suboptimal, but overall, I would have won this match pretty hands down had we been able to get things through. For advice from my opponent, I would strongly recommend, if you're going to use a non-standard build, the one you use there I think would have paid some dividends, but you're way too passive with your Librarian Dreadnought and your Lieutenant. Yes, the Lieutenant can do crazy amounts of damage in melee, so it allowed you to kill my Bloodthirster, but the whole point of that Thunderhammer is not only to increase your damage, but to get all that splash. So really, what he's really good at is not only doing single target damage, which you saw, but he can also do really good damage against the Fleshhounds or the Bloodletters, pretty much anything that has multiple models in there. So because you would get much more effective use of using your jump infantry to kill the Bloodletters, because they're really, or the Bloodthirsters, or my Blood Masters. Same with the Hellblasters. Now, you gave the Hellblasters a version that's also good against infantry too, so you had kind of a dual use thing, but you had kind of poor unit selection there, or target selection I should say. So by using those assault infantry, you could have jumped the Bloodthirster, killed him, because you would have used your increased damage buffs, which would give you increased melee accuracy and damage in response to suffering more range damage. But I don't have guys that do range damage other than the Flamers, and they likely were not going to be enough to be able to wipe out a squad of Assault Marines. Then you would be in better positioning to close the gap against me, and you could have then use the Lieutenant to start wiping out some of those guys in the middle, because what would have kept happening is, because you weren't killing enough of my units, I would just kept coming in there and recapturing the middle spot. And then the left side, as long as I had somebody body blocking that last point, you now no longer have enough movement to get over there. Now, the big thing with that Librarian Dreadnought is, one, you can end up giving bonus health to your units, or you can end up giving them a lot of movement. So you could have ran up there in the center and really been more aggressive with your point captures. I got a suspicion that this was probably your first 60-point match too, like it was last tournament for me, because you played it like you were going to be doing an 80-point match or a 100-point match, where you were kind of sitting back, letting me move in there, and then you were expecting to jump in there and just wipe me out. And I was kind of baiting you with units like that Bloodthirster to focus on him and then allow me to keep capturing the points, because it's always amazing how quickly you get to 60 points. I mean, we literally did 3 turns and I was already up to what was it, like 45 or 40 points. So the 1 to 2 more turns and I was going to win no matter what, because I was so ahead of your point value just by you engaging me like that. So with these 60-point matches, you need to be super aggressive, get in there, and then again with the tornadoes, I think if you're going to do a tornado, especially against chaos, you typically want to use a heavy flamer build, because you could have just run one flamer up there, or one tornado up there, with how I had a couple of those fleshhounds and just flamed them. And with a single flame attack, I think you can do a full squad wipe of them or the bloodletters. So the only thing I would have had to be able to hold the center was blood crushers, assuming I was able to summon some, and that would have been really hard for me to capture back from you, because then all your other forces would be able to hold the line on me. So I would definitely recommend more aggressive plays here. But otherwise, our opponent did well. He was able to get some kills, but I was able to definitely take the win. And then the other thing is, he had so many forces together while he was playing kind of passive. If you're getting the big thing with the Blood Angels on this matchup is that they have a lot of mobility with all their jump infantry. So you can definitely use that to huge advantage on the Ghostland map, because there's so many obstacles in the way. They can use that to just jump all over the place. For example, Librarians can be a real pain in the ass on this map, as can Sanguinary Guard. So he had a lot of points spent in those Hellblasters that would have been better used on other units, because they need to have a good amount of range. So unless you're over the edge there shooting into the low grounds on the side, sides, you're going to have trouble getting enough accuracy and space to get full damage there. So that was you spent a lot of points on those Hellblasters. I don't think they were going to pay you dividends, and that was allowing me to just run in there and capture those points and guarantee the win, or at least I would have if you hadn't gone in there and ninja'd the last turn to cause me to lose through the loser penalty system. So hopefully that gives you some ideas if you're a newer player on that would be my feedback for you. But fun match overall, and I definitely think that I'm pretty pleased with this build for the 60-point matchup, so I'm happy about that. So I feel like I kind of got a good understanding of the 60-point matchup, so we'll play some more matches here on this tournament and see if they're all 60 points, and if they are, try to build out some other matches. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you. And if you're new to this game and you're looking for some tips, I've got lots of multiplayer matches set up and online that you can see how I play different builds, and I also have a unit guide with every faction, or at least I'm working on that now, to give you my thoughts on each unit as I make my way through, and then I show AI skirmish match and show what the empowered abilities include. So have a great day.